particular JSP and server. So these was a thing we have discussed yesterday. So today we will see how we can connect a Java with a database. Okay, and one more thing, like how we can connect JSP with database and servlet with database, and also we'll learn about what is GSTL. So this is a today's scenario. So we'll continue till 8 o'clock. Okay. Okay, first we'll learn what it is. So why I'm telling each and everything for you, because in the final, okay, so what are the things is very important to get certification is, let me tell you. The first one is your attendance. Okay, you should be regular to the session. So that is very important. Sometimes you will be sitting on the same system. The three students will be sitting on the same system. So but I don't know, right? Only one login will be there. So you have to give your name in the chat box so that I can understand. So you are into this session. Okay. So your attendance should be 80 percentage and above. Okay, and the second thing is your assessment. In assessment you will be having two types of assessment, that is one is midterm and the another is final term. So in midterm you will be having some 30 marks. Okay, 30 marks questions will be there. It's 30 questions, 30 marks, and here we'll be having some 40 questions with 40 marks. Clear? And final thing is, this is very must, it is capstone project. In capstone project, so most of the students are doing really doing well. Okay, so before the session I took some like 6:30, right? Why? Because the college students are projecting their project using some front end and back end. So I usually request the students to create a project using some advanced technology. Okay, so I'll just tell you how you can do this. The first thing is, you can either go with HTML, CSS, and some backends like PHP and MySQL. So this is a regular thing you can do it, or you can go with a kind of MERN stack. There are so many stacks are there, right? We have MERN stack and mean stack. So mean stack is also in the peak. So what is all these? So if you okay, later we'll discuss. And you can also use Java, it is HTML as your front end, Java, JSP, and then this is your backend, right? So sorry, and the data for database, you can either go with MySQL or any other databases, whatever you want. Okay, and Spring Boot, Maven, you can use Spring Boot to create your project. So that is also very useful, because in industries what they are looking is they want the if you are good in Monstack and mean stack and Spring Boot, we are really giving a good packages for this. Okay, and you have a good growth. And also if you know this HTML and CSS JavaScript alone, they also offering a good jobs. Okay, so now we will come to this thing, that is what is called as Java, that is JDBC. Okay. So we'll go through so how it's gonna be and how you will be handling Java database connections. And for this, definitely you need MySQL, right? So yes, that is day before I told you to install MySQL on your PC, right? So if I go here, I already installed the MySQL. You can see the MySQL command line. Just double click on this. So while setting your things, once again, let me show whether I have that particular document. I have, I will show you. Let's go to do this. As I have, let me download and I will send it to you. So these are the steps you are going to follow, and I will explain you so how it is working. Okay, so let me put it in the some drive. Okay, I'll send this PDF to you. So first, we'll see how we can install MySQL on your PC. I hope my screen is visible for you, right? I already provided the link, right? MySQL link. If it is not, so see here, you can see one link. If you click on this, you can directly go here and you can download the zip file. So don't go with the test suite. So if you click on this, just click on no thanks, just start my download. So after doing this, you can see some zip file. So either you can do this or you can go back and download this particular file. Actually, this is also a zip file. Okay, so after downloading this, you will be seeing the installer MSI. Okay, so this is nothing but this will not be a what it is, what I can say. So it will not be a zip file. If you click on this, it will automatically download that particular file as a execution thing. So you can see it is in an execution mode. If I click on this, it is asking whether I need to install. So actually I have already installed. So I'm just canceling this. Okay. So already installed. So better what we can do is, so here, where it is here, this one, right? So here, if you come down, you can see what are the steps to download MySQL. Okay. So you just, if you go here, you need to select what is your particular Windows, that is OS is all about. After selecting this, you need to click on download. Okay, and just come down. You need to choose no thanks, just start my download. After doing this, you can see that the execution file, right? You can click on install. So it will get installed on your PC, and you can see some a graphical thing, that is, it is showing whether you are going to accept the terms agreements. If yes, just click on it and click on next. After doing this, you can see the developer default. Okay, so as I'm a developer, so just click on next and click on yes. And then what are the requirements it is going to install, so that it is showing. So click on execute, so it will execute in this manner. So after executing it will be installed and it will show the product to configure and standalone MySQL server. Okay, so just click on next, and here it is asking for the port number. Okay, sometimes the port number will be different. Okay, you can also change the port number whatever you want. So in the default, it will be 3306. Okay, just come down and click on next. The authentication method. Here you need to set the password for the MySQL. So here it is asking for some password, right? So you should remember this password. Then only you will be able to log in here. Okay. So after this, you have to mention the add users if you want. And here also you can mention what are the username and everything. Just click on next, and it is applying the configuration. So finally, got the command prompt, right? So here what you need to do is you need to enter the password. So I will enter my password. So like this, the window is come up. Okay. So this is the installation of MySQL. Clear? And after this, you need to create a database. Okay. So in a MySQL, you need to create a database. So you can create a simple database, whatever you want, or you want to create something that is big. You can also create that as well. Okay. So now I'm going to create a very simple database using MySQL. So first we'll start with creating a table. So first we'll create a table first. So to create a table, I will be giving like, first we'll check whether the database is already there. So show databases. Yeah, I have multiple databases over here. Okay, and then now I'm going to create a new database. Okay, so I'm giving it as create database. And what is the data name? The database name. So I'm giving like 6 to 8. Okay, so now the database has been created. If I want to choose that particular data, what I need to do, I need to tell that, so I need to use show 6 to 8. So before that, if you go and check show databases, you can see it has been presented 6 to 8, right? So now what I will do is I'm going to use that particular database. So what I will do is I will be selecting show 6 to 8. So I need to use a command use 6 to 8. Okay. So after doing this, you need to create a table. So how to create a table? Example, we can create a table. You need to use create in the table. What is a table name? Example, I have a table name called persons. Okay. So inside this, I'll be giving what is the the thing and what is the integer. Okay, what is the data type? Example. So I'm giving the variable name. So here I'm giving a person ID and the integer. Okay. So after giving this, it will be showing up some values, right? So you can also add some details over here to insert some values. So as of now, this is my syntax. I'll just close this person integer and the last name and varchar of some 255 and first name varchar of 255 comma address varchar of 255 and then I need city. Okay, I'm giving it a city varchar 255 give semicolon. Okay, yeah. So now we have created table. So we can show a tables. We can see the table has been created here. That is called person. Okay. Now we need to use the table. What is the table name? Persons. Okay, sorry. So now we need to import some details here, right? You can give detail whatever you want. So example, I'm giving some value, inserting some data inside this value. So how we can insert into? So for inserting, we need something called into. Insert into the table name is person. Okay, You need to use this particular insert into, and then what is the table name you're going to insert. So persons. So here you need to mention what is the column name is all about. Okay. So example, I'm giving the first two values. So for this one, a person integer, I'm giving some integer value. Uh, Here I will be giving it as values. Or we can give it in a different way also. So either I can give it like, so what is the name which I'm going to give? So person ID, comma, the last name, comma, first name, comma, address, comma, city. So these are the details I need, right? And then give values of what are the values you're going to give. Okay, I'm giving like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll be giving 1. So last name and the first name, right? So last name I'm giving like A, B, D, and then comma. I'm using the first name as Devi, okay, and comma. So I need the address, right? So address I'll be giving it as so I don't know the exact name, so I'll just giving as Usha Rama. And then city. Just giving it as India. Okay, I don't know whether it is Andhra Telangana. Okay, so just I'll submit here. So it has been accepted. So now you go and see the database, that is table. So show persons. So now what you need to do is you need to select particular value, right? So here select star from persons. So here you can see some details. So like this, you can insert some values. If you want to insert more values, you can insert it here. So just give to check same thing. Okay. So now if you go and select that particular thing, you can see some two data has been added, right? Then after this, why I'm showing the MySQL is we are going to connect this database with a Java. So how we are going to connect? Okay, that we are going to see. And then, so after connecting this data, so how we can delete the table and delete the column, how we can update the data. So we can also update the data if it is wrong. So how we can do it? So and also we can select particular value to be visible. So example, I can select the data. So here we have mentioned as asterisk, right? So better we can give what exact data you need. So I just need the person ID number and the first name. Okay. So I'll be giving it as person ID, comma. I need the first. Okay. So from persons. So here you can see the particular value. So what you need, it is showing here. Okay. So like this, you can you can fetch the details of particular things. And if you want to update the table, anything that you want to update, especially on any particular column, that can also be done. So how we can done is, so you need to give a update keyword, and what is your that is table name, so persons. You need to use a keyword called set. So what you want to change over there. Okay, so I'm going to add some contact details or any particular information of that persons. So what I will do is, here I will give the column name. So I'm going to change the city. So the city is equals to the value of Andhra. Okay, and do you want to change anything particularly? So for which particular place you want to change this? So you need to mention there. So where you need to mention, so where, so update the table name and set that particular value. So where you're going to set that value. So in the I'm going to set it for the person ID 1. So person ID equals to 1. So now it has been changed. So now we can check the table. So here you can see it has been updated to Andhra. So like this you can do it. And also if you want to delete something, that also we can do it. For example, I want to drop the database. So let me show the database list. So here I have multiple table names. So actually my thing is 628. Now I want to delete the 628 batch. Okay. So what I can do, I need to use the drop keyword. So you need to mention drop, and what is the table name you're going to delete. Just give that name 628. Uh, okay, what we can do is, is there any error? Let me try to delete some other thing. Sorry, I'm trying to create. Sorry, trying to create, that is delete the table. So let me check whether any table is available inside the 628 batch. Um, so there is called a table name called welcome. So I'm going to delete that welcome. Okay. So for deleting, dropping the table, so drop table, and I need to mention the table name. So welcome. So now it has been deleted. If you go and check the table, so you can see there is empty set. So like this, you can also delete the a database itself. So how we can delete the database? So the same thing, go here and provide drop database, and what is the database name? Here it is 628 batch. Okay, so it has been deleted. If I go and check show databases, I cannot see the 6 to 8 batches. So this is a very simple intro for MySQL. So what is it is all about and how we will be working with it. Okay, so how to delete and how to update the details, and also you can also delete any particular data from the table. So how we can do it? So you need to use the delete keyword here. Okay, so here example will I'll take some other database. Maybe it takes it to wait. It is not showing up. So it is empty. Okay, so better we can do one thing. So to for deleting the same thing. So how we are selecting the same thing. Okay. So now, so we will learn. So how we are going to connect this database with Java. Okay. So what are the prerequisite thing we need to connect these both things? So how we can connect this? So we'll see the steps and how we can go forward. And then I will show you the execution part. Okay. Yeah. So the first thing is we'll see some notes about this database. As you need to attend the session regularly. Okay, if you are not attending, after some time you should not ask me why my name is not in the list. If you are not attending, then your name will not be in the list. I'll tell you. Okay, so this is the criteria. So don't come and ask afterwards while I'm giving the assessment and while I'm asking for the project. At the time you guys will be asking why my name is not in the list. Okay, just inform your friends also. If they are not attending the session, I will not be considering them. I'll put mark attendance absent because that is the instruction is given from my management. Okay, okay guys, so next thing is JDBC. So what is, you might have heard what is JDBC because your everyone is from engineering background, right? So nothing but Java database connectivity. So how we can connect both these things? Okay, so previously we have something called as open database connectivity. So the advancement of, the advancement of ODBC is JDBC. Okay, so why we are using this? Actually, this JDBC standard, the API specification developed in order to move data from front end to the back end. Okay, from front end to the back end. So if you have some forms, okay, so that data will be registered in your database. So that is the main purpose we are using a front end with a back end. Okay, and next, so how we can do this? What are the channels we need to use for this database connection? We need two things. Okay, so we need Java, and one more thing, we need database. The database you can use MySQL, or you can go with Oracle, or you can go with H2B, right? So there are so many database we have. You can use whatever you prefer. Okay, and after this, so to establish a link between these two, you need to send some data, right? So how we can work with it? So I'll give you some illustration part how we can work with it. Okay, so the first thing is, let me type it here so that I can show it in this. I'll show you the image. Yeah. So I'll go with this image. Okay, so you can see this image. Okay, so this is a JDBC connection image. So if you see here, this is your first one. So if you want to connect Java with database, you need a driver. Okay, so the first thing is translator is your driver. Okay, and a road is your connection. Okay, and next, what is the third part is your car, that is your Java application. So where you are going to sit, where is your coding is going to be set, where you're going to collect the user details is in from Java. That is your car. That is your object, right? A statement which you are going to give. Then that statement will be processed here in the request set. And the fifth one is your Java application. So this is how it will be. What are the important things we need for this one? So we need, first thing is you need Java, and then database, and you need driver, which driver you're going to use, and you need a statement. So what statement you're going to process, and you need to give the output of the result. Okay, clear? So how we can do this? So now we understood the illustration part, right? So now how we can get this into in a real time? So how we can do this? So there are some steps we need to follow. Okay, the steps are, so you need to import the required packages for this. Okay, import the packages. And the second one is you need to load the drivers using for name method. So using this only, you will be loading the driver. Example, if you want to function this, you need some driver, right? So I already told you. So for to install or to implement that driver, you need this for name method in your Java coding. Clear? And the third point is you need to register. So register the drivers using a driver manager. So the third thing is you need to register the drivers. So this is the driver name I'm going to use, and what is the local host and what I'm going to do. So each and everything it will be getting registered. The fourth one is your establish. Okay, so the establishment, the connection using a class object. So here you will be using a class object for the connection. Okay, so I'll show you how it will be in the reality. And the fifth one is you will be creating a statement. Okay, create a statement. And the sixth one is we will execute query. And seventh one is close the connections. If, these are the steps you will be following. Clear? Import the package, load the drivers, and these are the important points of it. So now we will get into the deeper way, so what it's going to do. Okay, so first example, so this we know, this is a normal thing, we'll be importing a package, right? The second thing is loading a drivers. So first you need to load the driver or register, right? Before using it the program. So for the registration, it is to be done once in the program. So it will be done only once, and the registration driver, two ways it is mentioned. So we can either do it in a two ways. Either you can go with class and use this one, class dot for name. Okay, you can use this. So either you can go with this, or you can go with the another one, class dots for name. So you can directly register this, or you can give it like this, oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot oracle driver. Okay, like this you can do it. Okay, So, sorry, the first, this is a best example for creating this. So how, what it is. So this is a syntax and this is an example for this. Okay. So, so this syntax is what is all about. So actually see the syntax. So here we load the drivers class file. Okay. We are loading this drivers class file uh, at the, into the memory at the runtime itself. So no need of using any new or create object. So we don't want to create any new object here for implementing because it will be completed at the runtime itself. So we don't want to create any new keyword. Okay. And the second part is you can use one more thing like driver manager dot register driver. So like this you can create. Okay. So I'll be giving this as B. Okay. So for this, how I can give is the next part is you need to here you need to mention the new keyword. Why? Because it will not going to be happen at the runtime. So this driver manager, it's a Java inbuilt class with a static member register. So here we need to call the constructor for the driver class at the compile time. So this is at the runtime. Okay. So this is at the runtime and this is at the compile time. Okay, so here the example how we can do this. Driver manager dot register driver. Here I'm creating a new keyword Oracle dot. So here you need to copy all these things, the same thing. But what you need to mention, you need to create an object. Okay, here you are creating an object and using a new keyword. So that is must. Okay, you can either register using this way or this way. Okay, so next thing we'll see how we are going to establish the connection. So how we are going to establish the connection using the connection class object. So just come down. So this part is over. So we are in this particular part. So here, so to establish the connection, so after loading the driver, okay, we come to know this is a driver which we are going to use, and we need to establish this connection. So how we can do this? We need to use a syntax to call connection. Here it is a capital letter. So once we done this, I'll execute the code now. Okay, so here I'm creating an object and the driver manager dots. So I have registered, right? So I'm using the driver manager dot get connection. So here I'll be specifying three things. Okay, creating this class object to establish the connection. I've used a connection and the driver manager. So here dot connection. What are the things I need to mention? I need to mention the URL and I need a user, comma password. Okay, so the MySQL user and password and the URL link which I'm going to use. Okay, so now this con is the reference to the connection interface. Actually this connection, it is not a class, this is an interface. So which we already know what's the difference between class and interface, right? So here we are using connection as an interface. And the second thing is this URL is nothing but it is called as a uniform resource locator. Okay, so which is created like this. I'll show you so how it will be the example for URL. So URL will be like this. Here I'll be creating string URL equals to what is the URL. So here I'll be giving us JDBC and Oracle colon thin colon at what is the local host number. Okay, so that you need to mention. So where it is going to run the code. Okay, and colon exit. So this is how the normal URL will be. Okay, and the next thing was what is password. So password is which password you are given for MySQL, that you need to mention the username also the same thing. So mostly it will be a root. And how to create a database. So how we are going to create a database? If you come down, once a connection is established, so where it is, where it is going to connect, and what is the username and password. So we need to create a statement, right? So what is creating a statement? So you can interact with the database now. So there are some two interfaces defines a method that enables you to send a SQL comments and receives the data from your database. Okay, what it will do, it will send the data, that is data, and also it will receive the data. So what are the two things it is going to follow us? The first thing is enables you to send SQL commands, and the another thing is it will receive a data from your database. So okay, so these are the two things it is going to follow. So how it can be done? Okay, so for this we are using a statement which is the interface. Okay, I'm just going to use it. Statement st is equals to, what is the object we have created, just use here con dot create statement of. After doing this, so here the con is a reference to the connection interface. Okay, so now we have established it, and we are okay with create a statement, so we can send the SQL commands and we can receive a data from the database. Okay, this has been achieved. So next one is execute the query. So how we are going to execute the query? So that is must, right? So here we can also update, or we can insert, or we can retrieve the data which is in the table. Okay, so we can do all these things. Let's see how it is going. One second now. Okay, sorry. So now the next part is like how we can execute the query. So that is the the last part. We need to write some commands for it, and then we need to close the connection. The final thing is need to close the connection. On dot close. So like this we need to do. Okay. So now I hope you have understood so what it is, right? Okay. So let me execute the code now. So I've already have a code. Okay. So see here, let me, where is that particular file? Where's this? Okay, if you see what is the first part, we need to import the package, right? So here I have imported. So before that, Let me run this program. Yep. So here I have, let me check whether it is working. It is working. Okay, so see here, guys. I told you, right? So we need to install one MySQL JDBC connection driver, right? So go here and type MySQL JDBC connector, that is driver jar download or connection. Okay, so here you can see some options. So just click on this. So it is showing something, right? Just click on here. So it has been downloaded. So after downloading this, go to the show in folder and extract this file. So here I have one jar file. Okay. So now I will show you so how to add the jar files. So previously there is nothing called the reference library, right? So you need to go here and click on build path. Here you can see some libraries, right? So here, if you click on this, any particular class path, so you need to click on class path and you need to add the jar files, whatever you want. Okay, so it will be asking where you need to add. So I'll be adding on this particular thing. Okay, so I'm selecting here. Actually,
Hello, ma'am. Can you share the MySQL installation link in the WhatsApp, ma'am?
yes, ma'am. I'll sharing. Okay. So I'll forgot no I just forgot to send this detail. So give me 1 minute. I'll post it now itself. So you're from which college, ma? Sujata.
Ma'am, Chamrajanagara.
Okay, okay. 1 second. So I'll be sharing it as a zip file. Okay, so you can extract it. You know how to extract, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So just click on right click and you can extract it. I'll be sharing this for all the colleges. I'll be sharing. Guys, it is very serious. You can start it from now onwards. Okay, so how to do a project's front end and everything. Okay, guys, I have shared it as a rar file. You can extract and you can use it off. And also there itself, we have these things. I'll show you how to connect database. So 1 second. So here you have something like setup database connection with MySQL. So everything they have given. Okay. The first thing is you need to set up the database connection in MySQL. So how we can do this? Actually, you need this data source explorer. At the bottom, you can see here. You can see data source explorer. Normally, you don't have that tab. Okay. So what you need to do is you have to see here the everything it is here. Just go to Windows and show view. Here you have data source, that is data explorer. If it is not showing, go here in the others. In the data management, you can see that option. So it is already there. So that is the reason it is not showing up for me. Okay. So after doing this, what you need to do is after you can then you can see the data source explorer. Then you need to click on new. After clicking on new, select the database which you are going to use. So actually we are working with MySQL database. If you want to use PostgreSQL or Oracle Infomix or SQL Server, whatever. So if you want to use any of these things, you can use it and click on next. Okay. And after giving that, you'll be having an option called next driver definition. So here in this place. Okay. So after selecting this next option, after selecting MySQL next, you'll be seeing this particular option. Okay. So here you can see the drivers. So actually we have installed 5.1. So let me show you here. Here it is showing like the version is 5, right? So so I am selecting, I will be selecting 5.1. So after this, after doing this, what you need to do, after setting this one, you need to go to the jar list. Okay. In the jar list, you need to use this jar file. Okay. For that jar file, you can get it from the internet, because for connection and all, you know it will be asking you to collect some jar files. Okay. So using that only you will be able to, what you can able to add the, you will be able to connect the Java and the database. Okay. And okay. So here, so you'll be having a add options. Just if you want, you can clear that. Okay. Actually, here in this place they have downloaded from the, MySQL connector Java. You need to mention the same name in the Chrome. Okay. So here just close it off. So go here, MySQL hyphen connector hyphen Java hyphen 5.1.7 hyphen bing.java. Okay. Just give download. You can see this option, right? Just click on here. You need to download this particular jar file. Okay. So like this you will be doing. So after downloading this, what you need to do, you need to click on OK. So you can see in the property, see here, this is your connection URL. So previously we have discussed, right? So what we have discussed, this one, this particular URL, what you need to mention. So previously, for example, I have given Oracle, right? But here we are using MySQL. So you need to copy this link here. Okay. And what is the database name? What is the driver class name? And what is user ID and password? So after doing all these things, you can see this and click on test connection. After doing this, you need to click on ping succeed. Okay. So here you can see the database. So like this you need to create. So if you want more information also, if you click on this link, you can see how it is working. Okay, from this link only they have collected the details. Okay, next class, while you are coming to the next class, you need to execute a simple code by connecting a Java and MySQL. So that is mandatory. You need to submit this assignment before on Monday. You need to share all the screenshots. Okay. So what is the assignment is? Assignment on Monday. So Monday assignment is uh, you can use whatever the database you want. Okay, I am again saying you can use whatever the database you want. It is not mandatory to use MySQL. And the next part is you need to use Java program. Okay, what are the important things we need to follow this? The first point is need to download jar files for that is sorry, one second. Okay, I'll give you the same name here. We need to download the jar file. So the file name is mysql connector java bin.jar. Okay, so you need to download this file. So once you download this, uh, you need to add it. So before adding this, just go up here. You need to set the database. Let me check whether I can copy this. So you need to follow this step. Okay, so after doing this, you need to ping. So this is the succeed thing. So whether it has been the things has been connected or not. Okay, so this is the identification. So here you can see some option, right? The last option that is called as ping succeeded. So you need to get this. So if you get this option only, we can understand yes, it is working fine. Okay, so while coming before coming on Monday, you need to connect a Java program with a database. Okay, and if possible, so now you know what is database and Java program, how we can connect, right? So I'll show you the code now, so don't worry. So next thing was, if it is possible, so this is your first assignment. Second assignment is you need to connect. Second assignment is you need to connect either JSP or servlets with a database. Okay, so this is your second assignment. Okay, so just you need to complete on before Monday. So before coming to the next session, so you need to complete this. I'll be sharing it in the group. Everyone has to share the screenshot in the group after completing this program. Okay, clear? So now I will execute this code and I will tell you what it is. So see here, I already created new MySQL database. If you want to, so these are the some kind of things. What are the driver properties we are using? So I'm using this driver property, and what is this username and the password. And if I don't want to use this and all, so it is not recommended. Okay, so just close this off. So these are the things I've applied. Okay, and after doing this, I have added the reference library here. So I already told you, you need to right click here and go to the build path and configure the build path. Here you need to add the class path. Here you can see class path, right? So in this place you need to add it. Okay, if before it was not there, while you are adding, you need to select add jar files. So for which place you are going to add, if it is an external jar files, you need to select this. You can browse from the downloads after downloading that particular file. Okay, so here it is there, right? So you need to select. So actually I don't want this as of now. Okay, so this is the one I need. So now we will go and check with the program. So this is a normal Java. This is not something called as web application. This is normal Java file. So if you go here, so here you can see we'll follow the steps. Okay, what is the first step? We need to import the package. For this, I need the package called import java.sql file. Okay, I've installed it. So what is the next thing is I'm giving a class name. So class name, public class, the class name is check. Okay, and I'm giving a public void main, public static void main. This is a command line argument. So this will make your code to execute, right? So next thing is what is called connection. What I told you, so connection is nothing but it is an interface. So as of now, for this one, I'm giving it as null. So again, I'm using the exceptional handling try and catch. Here for the try, so they have mentioned like below two lines are used for the connectivity. Okay, so for connectivity, what I need class dot for name. So why I need this? For the runtime purpose, and for the compile time, I need this driver. So what I need now, so I can directly go with this class for name. So class dot for name, what is the file I'm going to use? That is com.mysql jdbc driver. Okay, so here they have used Oracle, but here I'm going to use MySQL. Clear? And next, what is the connection? So I'm going to get the connection for the driver, right? So I'll be mentioning it as the connection. I don't want to create a new driver here. So I'm directly giving as driver manager and the get the connection. So see here, this particular thing. So I'm going to design this particular thing. Like what is the connection? Con driver manager dot get connection, and I will be giving what is the URL and what is the root and the password. Okay, so after giving this, so you need to create a statement. So why we are creating a statement? So to it is actually to send the SQL commands and receive a data from your database. So for that purpose we are using this. Okay, so here so connection create a statements. So here I'm writing the query. So what I need to execute the query for the select from edu net temp. So in this particular place, I am just initializing what are the integer, that is data type I need. And in the while, I need the next thing. So what are the result I'm going to get? Okay. So finally, I'm giving a print statement. And finally, at the last, I'm just closing the connection for each thing. So if there is any exception, it will be showing the exception at the bottom. Okay. So as of now, while I'm executing this code, what I got, let me execute it again. Okay, here I can see that is person ID is 2, name and everything, right? So if you come at the bottom, okay, so go to the MySQL, command line, just give your user ID and password, which we have given you already. Okay, so giving the password. After giving the password, what I will do, I'm going to check what is the database. So what is the database I'm using? The college, right? Let me check. I have college database. So databases. is I have a college database, right? So just go and if let me want to show the tables which is there. So use college. Now I want to see the tables, right? Show the tables. So I have a table called EduNet employee, right? And next thing is I'm going to fetch the details of that particular table. So I'm going to view the tables, right? So the table data. So select star from EduNet. So see here, I have only one record, so it is showing this particular information. So if I want to see some other information, like now we have created one database, right? So just click on use 628. Okay. So now what we can do is here you need to change the database name as 628. Okay. So after changing this, just come down. So everything is same. So which table name you're going to take? So just check show tables, which is there. So here we have persons, right? So now change here as persons. So after giving this, just get what are the information here in this persons. So I have two records, right? So what are the records? Yes, I have person, integer, last name, first name, address, and city. Everything is same, right? So here I will be changing the ID names if I need. Okay. So here what I will do is, okay, let's check. So what happens? So here I need to change this to be a person ID. Here last name, first name, and here it's gonna be address. So here also same thing we have mentioned, right? So see here, you can see both the names has been displayed. So like this, you will be displaying the output. So I hope you understand. So how we need to connect a Java with database. Clear, guys, everyone? So do you have any doubts in this? So how to connect a database, because while you are creating a application, so Java will be your backend and the servers you will be using, and servers in the thing you can go with Apache or something like that. You can use JSP also. So JSP, what you will do, the same procedure you will be following, but you will be creating a web application for that. Okay. So just while coming on Monday, try this execution part. So as of now, do you have any doubts? So let me mark the attendance for you guys in the meanwhile. So I have some 5 minutes.